Austrian stone. Snow on the ledge and the wind like a bone. His hands on the bars all winter and rust. A crown in the dust and the dust in his lungs. The guards know his name but they won't say it loud. They bow at the door, then they beckon to the crowd. He counts every crack in the chapel wall and waits for the footstep that answers the hall. A king in a cage, a king in a cage. Hold the door, hold the flame. He was born for a throne, not this name. They brought him dark bread on a tray of ash. They watched him not eat, then they watched him fast. A map in his mind of the river below, of horses he rode and the women who knew. He dreams of the square where the banners were red, and wakes to the drip of the water instead. The mountain sits heavy, the window sits thin, and the whole world outside is a rumor within. A king in a cage, a king in a cage. Hold the door, hold the flame. He was born for a throne, not this name. In the yellow dawn he speaks to the stone, calls it his court and his blood and his home. He laughs at the mice with their midnight feet, says even small thieves have the right to be free. One guard turns away when the sun hits the lock. One guard keeps time with his boot on the rock. The king hears the chain in the corridor sing, and tastes like a secret the edge of his ring. His sister once came with a veil in her hands, left lilies and lies and a packet of plans. She said, keep your face when they come for the name. There's a fire in the north and a road through the rain. He held that thin paper till it bled through the fold, then hid it beneath every story he told. Now every sharp creak in the stairwell below makes him stand at the bars like he's ready to go. A king in a cage, a king in a cage. Hold the door, hold the flame. He was born for a throne, not this name. They dressed him in linen for Easter and lies, put gold on his wrist and a cross in his eyes. He stood by the altar like winter in black, and thought of the gate with the hinge coming back. The priest said obey and the choir said stay. The king bit his tongue till the prayer ran away. He made one small bow for the wolves in the room, then laughed at the candles that trembled too soon. At night he can hear all the boots in the keep, all the old broken promises stacked up in sleep. A servant leaves milk by the door every dawn, and a blackbird lands hard on the sill of the song. He feeds it a crumb and it studies his face, then flies with the map of the cold on its trace. He says, if you find her, tell her I'm here, then watches the birds split the sky like a spear. A king in a cage, a king in a cage. Hold the door, hold the flame. He was born for a throne, not this name. Years wore his collar to thin silver thread, still he kept his back like a blade unbent. The stone learned his temper, the stone learned to stare, the stone learned the shape of a man gone to prayer. One night came a thaw and the river ran loud. The guards all slept under a soaked wool cloud. He took up the key that was hanging nearby, and found it was heavy as truth in the sky. He opened the door and the corridor sighed like a lung full of winter letting go of its pride. No trumpet was needed, no fanfare, no gold, just one old man stepping into the cold. Now somewhere a kingdom remembers his face, not as a ghost but a name in its place. And the first thing he says when the gates let him live is, I was a king king in a cage. Hold the door, hold the flame. He was born for a throne, not this name.